We had been running on a low Sunday. We had 25, 30. And there were 8 people. And it was just depressing. And there had been a steadfast, for 4 months, there had been successive lets. We were into the summer months. Some of the people came back at the end of summer. They had cabins away for the summer up at the lake. In that area, people of common means had cabins up at the lake. So it didn't have to be wealthy people. That certainly wasn't a wealthy church. It was just very, very middle class neighborhood. And when I walked out of church that morning and the 8 people had gone home, I said, honey, just come and let's just go get in the car. The parsonage was right next door. We got in the car that day after there was nobody in church that morning. And it's the only time in my life that I realized the way that people feel when they say, I just drove out of town. I couldn't take it anymore. Now, that can sound very pathetic, but I understand that feeling and I feel sympathy toward it. I didn't do it. We got out in the car. We were just driving outside of town it was a beautiful summer day. And it was a tremendous, tremendous turning point, though, that night. And that day was, I thought, I'm the ultimate failure. Leave. We didn't. That night, I told Anna, we were both sitting there in the building and nobody showed up. Usually we'd had in that small church, 15 people maybe would come at night. We'd have maybe 20. Then we'd have 35 to 45 Sunday morning, but nobody came that night. It was a summer night. And probably everybody had been to the lake. This was in Indiana. And I went to, I said to Anna, I said, honey, we better pray or this is going to beat us. I said, you kneel here. We had a little baby. I said, you just kneel here by the baby, the bassinet, and I'm going to go back in that other room and pray. While I was there, Steve, the Lord gave me a vision. And I saw that little building. We were in a tiny little building. It was on fire. And the sparks were going up from the building and they were blowing east. And in that area, the sparks were coming down and houses were being set on fire. And starting the next week, I started going over and going door to door in that part of town. And people started coming from there, and we had people come to Jesus, and the church came back. So that was a discouraging moment. But if you seek the Lord in His face, He'll show you promise. There's always a hope, always a hope.